Hi everyone, I hope this finds you all healthy and happy, and I'm coming on this evening to show you the beginnings of a card I'm going to be making my daughter-in-law for her birthday. And I found some really cool Halloween background in pink and black that she likes so much, so I printed that off, and this is actually the inside of the card. This is masking tape, narrow masking tape, and I saw Patricia Stubbs do this on her channel, which I will put a link to in the description box below. And she did it a little bit differently than what I'm doing, but she put this on a piece, and then she covered it in black. I think she used black gesso. I don't have black gesso, so I'm going to use black acrylic, or I may tint my white gesso black. I'm not sure. But like I said, she did this technique a little differently than what I've done, but I'm going to show you how I've done it. And it's kind of a little bit tedious, so I actually did, the whole thing except for the last strip. And so I'm going to show you how I did it to mine, and you can check on Patricia's channel, and she'll show you how she did hers. And it just came out looking so cool on Patricia's channel, and she even mentioned that it looked like Halloween to her, and I thought, oh wow, it does, it really does. And my daughter-in-law is Halloween crazy, so I'm doing this for her card. It's actually her birthday is the 1st of November, so she just missed Halloween. She's always loved Halloween, so sometimes I send her a birthday card and a Halloween card at the same time. So this is going to be maybe the Halloween one, or maybe a combination of both, I don't know. But I just started off by, I kind of squeezed my piece of masking tape together, sort of pinched it together, and then sort of wrinkled it up and pinching as I went, and just kind of going across like that, and it gets kind of tangled up on the end in your hand, which is fine because you want it to be all wrinkly anyway. And this just makes the coolest background pattern on your piece, and then you cover it all with black gesso. And then I'm not sure how I'm going to finish mine off. I know with something metallic, but I'm not sure. I might go with pink, or then you just kind of stick it, all along there, kind of like so. And I just kind of pushed it all down, till I couldn't feel any sticky anymore. And then I need to trim it all off of the edge down here, and then I just trimmed the edge of it off over here as well, so it's just on the front of the card. It just looks like it's gonna take just maybe one more piece. And I tried to cover up as much of the green as I could. I'm using that, if you all saw my video about the little junk journal challenge, I was using I can't ever think of the name of it. I did the same thing when I was talking about it before. File folder that with the Dollar Tree junk journal, and I had gotten this file folder at the Dollar Tree, and I was using that on my Dollar Tree junk journal project, and so I had some of it left over, and it's pretty nice and sturdy, so I thought I'll use that for the base to Mandy's card, since I was doing all this kind of extra stuff to it. So you can see it's kind of a little bit on the fiddly side, but like I said, I think it's worth it in the end. I think it's going to be a cool background for a card. And I did kind of find a focal image that I like. I tried to cover as much of the green as I could. Did I say that already? I don't know. I kind of tried to find a focal image, and I did find one that I'm pretty sure I'm going to use. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, here it is. And it's this witch lady kind of standing, and I thought the colors went so pretty together with this background. So I might use that unless I find something that I like better. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and just stop here and trim this all up. And I will, it's not really very interesting to sit and watch me paint it with black acrylic or black gesso. I'll come back and tell you what I've done as far as using tinted gesso or just black acrylic, and we'll go on from there. So hang in there, and thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a little bit with when that part is completed. Hi, I'm back. Here I am just finishing up the very last little bit of the black that I have covered my masking tape with, and what I'm using is it's called American Accents. It's a little paint that Rust-Oleum makes. I found it actually in the drugstore in my hometown up north, and I've had this little pot of paint for quite some time, and it's really it says it's a craft and hobby enamel. It's kind of liquidy like, and I thought maybe it would help to get down in the cracks and crevices, but of course I'm going to have to do at least another coat. So I'm going to dry this and see exactly, you know, what it looks like, and then I'm going to go back over it and do another coat. But I wanted to show you that that, you know, you just kind of cover your masking tape all over with the black, or I suppose whatever base color you would want to use, paint, and then we'll go on to the next step after this. So I'll be back with when I have the second coat done and it's all dry, and we'll go from there. Hi there, I'm back. I just finished the black enamel paint on the background of this card, and I just took some metallic pink from Folk Art. It's Rose Shimmer, and I just used my finger and just touched it around the outside edge of the card. I didn't do it all the way over the whole thing because I'm going to have my focal image in the middle, and I decided on a different one, so I'm going to put her in there. And I really like how it's coming along. I made some little, painted some just, this was kind of like a filigree piece of paper that I got in a little package at Tuesday morning, and I cut out a couple pieces of it to put in the corners of this little card for Mandy, and yeah, I think it's going to be really cute once I get that all down. I might put a couple gems in the corners here because she does like bling, and I did do the back of the card with that pretty patterned paper that I found online, and then here's the inside of the card again. So I really like how this is turning out. I think she's gonna love it, and that's the important thing. And so I'll come back whenever I get these little parts attached, and and show you where I'm at. Thanks for hanging with me. Hi there, I'm back, and I've finished my card. So I will go ahead and show that to you, that it's all done and what I did. And there's a couple other things I wanted to show you that were more like a little bit of a happy accident, so I'll show you those things as well. I decided I did want bling in the corners. Got glue strands. Oh, they drive me crazy. I did want a little bit of bling in this corner and this corner, and I just couldn't find anything that I really liked. So what I ended up doing was I thought, well, I have some glitter for a glue gun, some glitter glue for a hot glue gun, and I thought I'm going to try putting that in my corners and see how that works out. And so I started making a couple little things with the glue gun and everything, which I will go ahead and show you here a little bit later. But I think that my little corner pieces turned out pretty cute for, and I used a little bit of glittery nail polish on top of my silver glitter glue stick. So that's how the front turned out, and then I have I finished the inside as well, and I put the image of the witchy lady, I guess you could call her, here on this side, just a flat image of her. And I found Happy Halloween and put it in one of my, I can say this yet because I'm not monetized, die cuts. I put it in one of my die cuts and cut out a couple more of these little corner little decorative pieces from that, like filigree paper, cardstock paper that was all cut out in a filigree pattern, and I got it in a kit. Anyway, so I cut it up and used it on the inside. So this is the inside then, how it turned out. And then the back is just that, and of course I'll write my little letter or whatever to Mandy and put it in there as well. So there's that, and that's how the card turned out. And I like my little corner pieces now, and I really like how it turned out. So that's the card, and what I wanted to show you that happened as a little happy accident was when I was using the glue stick to try to make a little bling for my corners on my card. I ended up, of course, making a bunch of other ones, so I made some little beads, some little glittery beads with that glue stick, and I made some, I'll show them on my little cutting mat here. I made a heart, and these are all just glue, and I made a couple plain little circles so that I could go ahead and paint those or whatever to whatever I wanted to make them. But I was just kind of playing around, so I made a bunch of these, and I made a couple more teardrop shaped ones, if you can see them, I think. And like I said, I made a heart. And then I decided, well, you know, I'm going to go from there and see if I can make a couple of homemade stamps. So I came up with this design, which is cut. You can see part is the glitter glue and parts just plain glue. I made that stamp. We're going to try it out here. And I made this one, which is just kind of a squiggly type, whatever you would want to call that design. I have no idea. I put it on some of that craft foam stuff. I just made a double layer of the craft foam stuff, you know, glued it together, and then glued this on the top of it. I just put the glue gun or the glue on my mat like this, on my non-stick mat. Just, you know, put whatever design, and then they just come right off of there, of course. And then I made this design as well. So we're gonna, like I said, oh, and this one kind of looks like a I think you call them conversation bubbles. I have no idea what that's gonna look like, but I thought we'd try it out. So I've got some couple pieces of some drop paper here that I'll stamp a little bit on and see what happens. So I have my black stays on. I'm going to try this one first just to see what it does. I have no idea. This is just going to be the very first time I've tried them, and I have no idea if they're going to fail or what's going to happen. So I don't even know if they're going to ink up right. Better if I do these with acrylic paints. You know, if I do them with acrylic paints, I'm going to stamp it off on this white paper first just to see what it does. It might be, like I said, better if I use acrylic paint to stamp with these instead of ink. Well, that makes a few funny looking little marks. But it's kind of cool for, you know, a background or putting on a card to give some, you know, some interest, or on a journal page or whatever you're doing to give a little interest in the background. Yeah, it's gonna make funny little marks like that. So that's okay. That's fine with me. I'll probably use that. And I mean, let's face it, it cost me exactly $0 to make it. I didn't, you know, use anything except what I had laying around here. So that would probably qualify for one of the 100 Things challenge, but I've been so enjoying watching everybody do those. But I tell you what, it would take me 100 years to do 100 things, so I didn't really take part. Okay, so we'll try this one next. Oh, I didn't show you, did I? We'll try this one next. That's weird. Almost looks like a skeleton fish. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well, just like I said, live and learn. You know. I will probably use them. I'm going to go ahead and use some of this pink and just see what this does. I'm going to try to ink up this swirled one with this pink ink pad and see what it does with that. Because the Stays On, as anybody who's ever used Stays On will know, the ink pad part of it is very like stiff and sturdy, which is awesome. I mean, it lasts a good long time and all that good stuff. But maybe with these, I need one of these soft foamy ink pads that give a little bit more, so that I can ink it up better, because it looks like it's inking up better with that. So let's try this. Oh, that came out kind of cool. See, sorry, hope you can see these. I think you can. That came out kind of neat. Yeah, that's different. Very different. Okay. So I'm not going to even clean this off in between. I'm just going to go. Now this is a Ranger ink pad that I got from Tuesday Morning, and so that has a little bit stiffer ink pad as well. maybe I just have to be more patient and not be in such a hurry trying to get them inked up. See, this went all over the edges now for me pressing so hard. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, see, now I've got the edges coming through where I pressed it too hard on the ink pad. So yeah, I've got a little bit more experimentation I need to do with that. I can see that right now. So I will maybe get them out here another day, and you know, if you guys are interested in seeing what they do or whatever, but I don't think it's one of those little projects that you need to pitch out. I think that it's just one that you need to figure out what the best way is to use it. And yeah, I will, you know, continue to do that. Like I said, I think they would work really well with acrylic paints. I'm gonna try this one with this squiggly one with that soft ink, just to see what happens, just for fun, real quick, and then I will let you all go. And I want to thank everybody for staying with me to watch me make my daughter-in-law's little card, and I'm pretty sure she'll like it. I hope she does. And so let's try that pink down here next to this pink. Not much difference really. So yep. But anyway, like I said, I won't pitch them out. I mean, I'm gonna, you know, work with them a little bit more and see what I can come up with as far as using them or getting, you know, some use out of them. And if, like I said, if I don't get much use out of them, then it's not a big loss. And you can see these just, of course you would know, these just peel right off of your craft mat, and then I can use these little gems for another project or something. So thank you ever so much, everybody. I have some new subbies. Hello again, and thank you so much for subscribing. And I will be back with you, and until we visit again, God bless you all. Bye-bye.